Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! My lords and ladies, welcome this afternoon. Welcome to this auspicious occasion in this beautiful location. Can we have a big hand for this wonderful intimate room in this great club?
Yeah.
Can we have a big hand for this wonderful intimate room in this great club?
Yeah.
And we are here today to honor Tom Lodge and celebrate Tom Lodge, and also we have a wonderful program set for you today, and there's lots of Toms that have something to do with that. So ladies and gentlemen, your master of ceremonies right now, Tom McGuire.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for coming out. I know you don't have to be here if you wanted to, but obviously the more the merrier. We get some more people drifting in. Anyway, I guess I'm the spokesperson for Tom Lodge as well. I do stay in pretty close touch with Tom. And I asked him to, and then he did send me quite soon a few words for this occasion that he'd like me to read to you. So these are words from Tom Lodge himself. I'll just say quote now, because the rest of it will be. As he says, "The question I keep asking myself is how can I totally express my gratitude? First of all, when I came to this area in 1968 with the evening DJ job at Radio CHLO, and I had such a warm welcome from so many people, when all that I was doing was simply playing the music that I loved. Then the enthusiastic support I received from London's high school students when Chris Peterson's mother, Jay, invited me to put together the Creative Arts Festival at Western Fair in 1970. And that special time we had at the Drop-In Centre at Richmond and Queens in London in that same year, 1970. But then, out of the blue, what a gift from Ricky Atkinson, who gave me a position at Fanshawe College, where I and 12 students formed Creative Electronics. It was such a gift to have so many imaginative, creative, and spirited students. And thank you for all the fun that we had. I'm always grateful for those years. But then the oil crisis hit the world in 1973, and Ricky told me that there was a chance that non-career-oriented courses would be canceled, including creative electronics. So what to do? The creative electronics students and I jumped to it, built a recording studio in room D1057, created a music business advisory board from the top people in the Canadian music industry, hired Terry McManus and other music industry professionals, changed the name of the program to Music Industry Arts, and so flew into the stratosphere with rock and roll. MIA was created by Creative Electronics. And then a big thank you to all the MIA students whose enthusiasm was the energy and creativity that was beyond all my dreams, and made Music Industry Arts happen, and is still happening now, under the inspiration and guidance of Steve Mallison. And now, a big thank you to Tom McGuire. Actually, yeah, that feels good. Okay, thanks. And to all of you for gathering here today, that's all of you, in helping me through this cancer ordeal. The Budwig treatment that I am on is working, the symptoms are decreasing, the tumor is dying, and thanks to you all here, I know that I will be around for many more years to come. Thank you all. Thank you for all these gifts. Tom Lodge. Cool, thanks. Okay, we're going to start with the music here with somebody that, if you don't know this guy, you've never played music in London. Okay, it's John Ballone.
You're not gonna stop me. This puppy's gonna have his day. listening to these voices screaming in my brain. I can't tell if I'm crazy, stoned, or insane. They sign a piece of paper just to certify the date of your birth. And the day you die, they sign another just to prove you've gone back to the earth. And between those two pieces of paper, there's a truth that is so hard to find. And the story of your life is written, you could read in between the lines. Now when you're young, it's like, oh, I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, but my heart just won't buy it. I didn't think it was worth a try. Well, I rolled myself up in a big ball.
Solo act, second solo act going on here. But first, I'm going to defer to my buddy here, Bill Paul, also known as Town Crier. You may know what I mean at this point. And I'll let him take over for a second. But next we're going to have Al Montroy, and he's a jazz solo act guitar, and he'll do a couple songs for us. But first here's Bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a hand for all the new people who've come in and joined us today. All right. By the time we're done, we'll fill all the seats, and we'll fill this bucket as well, because as you know, we're raising money for Tom Lodge tonight, and we have what is called a 50-50 draw. So I'm going to go by the table, and at the end of this draw, one of you is going to be extremely wealthy. Because you're all going to buy tickets. And so I was thinking $1 a ticket, and $10 for a nice arm's length from here to here. And then we'll make it worth your while. So you can buy $1 worth of tickets, or $4 worth of tickets, or $10 worth of tickets right here. At the end of the night, we will announce who has won 50% of the bucket full of money. So wave me over, and spend often, vote wisely, and oh, could you hold up that balloon hat as well? Yes, I was making balloon hats as well earlier. So you don't have to be a young person to get one. If you're just young at heart and you want to wear a balloon hat, they're on the house. Just ask the Town Crier, I'll make you a balloon hat, anything. All right. And now on with the fun. Thank you. Okay, who's the big spenders right here?
Isabella, you said? Oh, nice name. Oh, I come to life. Nice to meet you. And Louise.
Hello, my name is Al Montroy. I'm a new guy to London on the music scene, and I don't know Mr. Lodge, but I do know that as artists and musicians, we are very wise to support one another, as we may, when hardships strike. So, that said, as Tom said, I'm a jazz musician. I specialize in early jazz. Like someone who hasn't any country, like a stranger living from Mars. I went around alone, just like a rolling stone.
until I read a message in the stars. It must have been moonglow, way up in the blue. It must have been moonglow that led me straight to you. I still hear you say, you're one hold me fast. And I started praying, oh, please let this last. With the air, every song seemed to come from everywhere. And now it was moonglow, way up in the blue. I always remember that they're not real anymore. The sky smiling at me, nothing but blue sky. Do I see the birds singing a song? Noticing the days very high when you were in love. Now I let them fly.
Alright, so what? Just maybe 7.
All the long. The worst looks like they say can't be. I should smile. That's exactly. You got a hot one up here. Noticing my face, hurrying by, love, my how they cry.
Will voluntarily take on the risks of standing up against not only Mother Nature's challenges, but even nature's own forms of inertia, so to speak. he's doing this even now with his own health situation. Rather than submit to the medical establishment's crude so-called remedies for those afflicted with cancer, he has taken his own road and is presently devoutly partaking in 2 of the 3 most successful all-natural curative programs available on the planet. These are helping his health noticeably. I can attest to this myself. I, of course, don't get to see him much, but we talk on the phone quite regularly. And his demeanor, his energy level has been like way back up to normal since just a few weeks after starting these programs. Until that time, he was sounding quite weak and almost like I thought I was interrupting him in meditation every time I call him. So I'll leave it at this. The old Tom demeanor has returned, and it's an obvious indication that it is doing him a lot of good. Of course, if that doesn't work out, there's the medical people that he has conferred with and doesn't fall back on, but we hope that doesn't go that way. The chemotherapy for a somewhat aged individual is not a hopeful prospect. But anyway, I should stop swearing, shouldn't I? Okay. This is a good quote. Okay, dig this. This is the medical mafia, so it's, you know, the medical community, you know, they like to preserve their own careers, job security. But the pharmaceutical corporations are, I gather, from what I hear, you know, the largest corporations in the world now. What's that mean? Bigger than oil corporations? Yes, I guess so. Okay, so whatever. I don't want to go into much of this, but this quote is, "The greatest sickness of the soul, continues to be submission to others, to their ideas, their pressures, their fear, their expectations, their laws, their statistics, their treatments."
One more time, like that same
this out, everybody? That's great. Let's try a little slow one. This one's called California.
These are all, these are all Walter band songs that we're doing here. And Walter Edinger, he's not with us today. He is with us, but he's not here.
But we wouldn't be here today without Walter.
So. He wrote this song, and here it is. It's called California. Yeah, I think I'll go down to California. I'm gonna drive real slow. I'm going down to California. I'm gonna drive real slow. When I get down there, I'll call and let you know. Alright, Jeff, take it over.
Oh, wanna fly to California stuff. Going down to California. Fly to California stuff. California. That's where all my dreams are. Yeah. We're going down to California, baby. You can ride with me. We're going down to California, honey. You can ride with me. It's down in California. That's where we chase our dreams, yeah. All right, let's hear it, boys.
Something said in passing, a slip of the tongue, they say. How does one stop this second coming? It was just an instant, so they say. What you make, the chance you take on display. So when was this an issue? Haven't I always been upfront with you? Or do we need to take a time? I'm gonna move to England, cross this water oh so wide, having tea, just Peter, Gabriel and I. Well, all of my life, and now it's come to show. You gave me life, and then you let me go. Well, all of my life, and now it's come to pass. You gave me hope, and then you whipped my ass. Something said in passing, a slip of the tongue, they say. How does one stop this second coming? It was just an instant.
Goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. Go and blow your inner tube. I got a brand new sugar cube. Goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. I asked my baby nice. I said, please don't fool around. When you give eyes to other guys, it makes my poor heart pound. And I asked her real nice, but please don't make me dread. When she winked her eye at another guy, when she left, this is what she said. Oh, goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. Go and blow your inner tube. I got a brand new sugar cube. Goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. So I phoned my baby twice. I said, please, you break me bad. When you will leave that other guy, it'll make my poor heart glad. And as I phoned her twice, and with her I did plead, she left me alone on the buzzing phone with a memory of what she said. Oh, goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. Go and blow your inner tube. I got a brand new sugar cube. Goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. This time. So I took some good advice, and I got me another girl. Just to walk a block with her, it makes my poor heart twirl. Oh, then we met my ex, and her face it turned so red. She must have burned, and as I turned my nose in the air and said, oh, goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. Oh, your inner tube. I got a brand new sugar cube. Goodbye, rubberhead, so long, boo. So long, boo. So long, boo. Boo, 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 boo.
he tends to then sort of separate. Once he sort of built something up, he kind of physically separate from what he built up. So it's kind of a weird thing where he's, for this reason mostly, I think, kind of an unsung hero. You know, one of the things about Radio Caroline was a huge influence and very well known in Britain at the time. You know, helped all these bands formulate the British invasion and all this, and then when the government managed to shut that down for a while, 4 years after it started, Tom drifted over here, picked up a job with CHLO, DJing with CHLO radio. Anybody up in my age range, in the 50s years of age, may remember CHLO was like the biggest radio at the time, biggest station, biggest coverage at the time back then, like late 60s. And so he came over here, but nobody really was acquainted with his past with the Radio Caroline, and he went on and started the MIA course, originally called Creative Electronics at Fanshawe. But there you go, Dennis Siren over here, being very good with the photo stuff. is giving me power of the people sign, but about the course. But and he would actually talk. He would give a talk about his thing with Radio Caroline, but it sort of went over everybody's heads, and so it's sort of like. There wasn't really any direct carryover or influence or fame or any of that from Tom's earlier Radio Caroline experience. So Chris Peterson, my friend, and I would sit around scratching our head going, well, that's just not right. There must be a big sort of comeuppance that could happen. I mean, people should know this history for reasons like what I was describing the last time, you know, that, you know, having a mind that's capable of, you know, having revolutionaries, maybe a little too strong a word, but independent thoughts, okay, outside of the corporate mass marketing hypnotism, quote unquote, whatever. You know, maybe this could be helped to be revived and opened up in people's thinking if they had this in their face. A very good, incisive story about how you know, people had balked at the system and just went their own way and succeeded massively at it, like Radio Caroline did. You know, there's certain traits of independent thinking going on there, and to put that back in front of people's faces, that was sort of the idea, and at the same time, get Tom Lodge some recognition. Oh, okay, here's a good point that I just reminded myself of. Tom has actually got a new documentary that it was about 5 months ago. A couple of Hollywood producers, documentary film producers, called him up, and what they proposed was they were quite into making a movie, a documentary, feature-length documentary film, big time. So, and they just needed Tom to sign on with his okay and stuff, which he did, because it sounded quite good. These guys are pros out of Hollywood. I guess one of their investors is Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Okay, so it's fairly big time stuff. They have already started. They're going to shoot for 3 months, do interviews with some of the top names, music and stuff over in England, and then they're going to come back to LA and do another 3 months, big interviews, stuff like that. They had just wrapped another movie called Sunset Strip with, they had Johnny Depp being interviewed, Angelica Houston. These guys are, you know, they have access to the top level. So this is going to be a good documentary, and it's named the same as his book, his latest book, The Ship That Rocked the World. And it's projected to be released worldwide, I imagine, next May. So it may come out a little after that, but watch for it, because it will be hitting the regular movie theaters too. You know, documentaries don't, as a rule, you know, usually go way over the top, but with the odd exception, Al Gore's, you know, documentary and stuff. But this should play really well, like on all the, you know, History Channel, Bravo Channel, you know, everywhere where documentaries do clean up, you know. But I'm not trying to typecast how the movie's going to do in theaters, whatever. But no, it's going to be a hot movie. But the other interesting thing is that these guys, and the main producer's name is Joe Mundo, and he called with his other producer on a conference call to Lodge just about 3 months ago, and he had somebody else on the phone with him to introduce to Tom, and that was Terry Stewart, who is the CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes, I think we've all heard of that. Okay, so, and right away Terry got on with Tom, and Terry asked Tom Lodge to come and do a seminar on Radio Caroline and himself at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. Okay, and to be timed, to be done around the time of the release of the movie next May. Now, of course, as an aside, Tom's health allowing, of course, him to travel and do that. We're hoping that he will be more than healthy enough by then. Excuse me. But anyway, so that's pretty drastic, right? So, if Chris was still around, the next thing out of his mouth would be, yes, well, these are perfect. Both the documentary and the exposure through that, and the seminar and exposure around the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland are very valid steps on Tom's road to getting inducted himself with Radio Caroline into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there's no darn reason in the world that shouldn't actually take place at some point. In fact, I think that what is transpiring is that there is just movement coming from above, whatever, that things are just sort of falling in line with that possibility too. So the seminar at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and watch out for that too. If it happens around next May or something, Cleveland is just the other side of the lake. You know, it's not that far. We could all get a boat and go over it, you know, whatever. But I want to go actually and see Tom there and stuff and all that. But yeah, keep an eye on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Read you this couple of quote from Pete Townsend about Tom and Radio Caroline. It was Tom himself that broke the Who. The other DJs at the time on Radio Caroline thought the Who, the name was weird, and you know the music. I think it was probably Can't Explain. The first song seemed a little too much, too weird, whatever. But it was Tom that held on to it. He went, no, we're going to play this for sure. So it was actually Tom who broke the Who. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. Geez, you know, I have so far neglected to mention that there is a benefit going on in Vienna, Austria. A benefit for Tom Lodge, just like this one. So we can consider it our twin benefit. Because what it is Lionel Lodge, the third and here missing son of Tom Lodge, who had been living in Austria, Vienna, Austria for the better part of the last decade, I guess, is putting on a benefit, and that benefit started at exactly the same time as this one. And it's going to go till like at a concurrent time. So the fact is that we're looking at this benefit here. There is a twin benefit going on in Vienna, Austria with a bunch of lovely people. Lionel knows tons of people over there. And I'm sure you can probably find that on YouTube later. It would be the benefit Tom Lodge, Vienna, Austria, basically, where Lionel Lodge is the host. And so, yeah, I should be hyping that. I told him I would. In fact, Lionel had offered me to connect up so that we could actually have a laptop and a projector and show their thing over there, and they play a couple songs. But unfortunately, I got cold feet at the last minute. I'm not too much of a techno and stuff, you know, but also, I should probably shut up soon because we're trying to keep the music going, keep the energy up here. But let me just read you this Pete Townsend quote, okay? It's quite incisive. Quote. This is Pete Townsend talking here. This is what he sent Tom for his endorsement. For the Who, Radio Caroline was an angelic force. Pirates came to our rescue. In 1966, our manager, Kit Lambert, rented an office in the building run by Ronan O'Reilly, the founder of Caroline. We wanted to be close to the hub, and there was a plan and everything. They were schmoozing the new radio station that we could get airplay on now. So, we wanted to be close to the hub. Our first proper video, Happy Jack, directed by Michael Lindsay Hogg, was shot up and down the stairs in that building, the office building, where Radio Caroline set up an office. The Who and Pirate Radio were brothers in arms. Without Caroline, we would not have sold a single record. Drastic statement. The BBC now acknowledges pop music properly. Back in the days of pirate radio, it worked with the British government to try to, Back in the days of pirate radio, the BBC worked with the British government to try to crush it. Pop music, anything outlandish, whatever. Our album, The Who Sell Out, was dedicated to our friends in pirate radio who had helped us to a hit. And included I Can See for Miles, the record that, with Happy Jack, helped break the Who in the USA. Tom Lodge was a vital figure in Caroline's most vital times. As such, he deserves a knighthood for the indirect millions he helped guide from the pockets of budding UK pop stars towards the coffers of the treasury. Sometimes the law is more than an ass. Pirates, they were angels.
Online with him about 48 hours ago. And he was real happy that we were all coming out to play. It's good to see all the boys because I haven't seen them in umpteen years or so. We're all hoping that Tom gets better fast so he can be back to making more people famous. We're going to play a couple songs off our upcoming CD, which is going to be out just before Christmas. This first song is called Blue Angel.
watching over me. Spend my nights, yeah. Spend my nights out here on the road. Spend my nights, yeah. Spend my nights out here on the road. My blue angel, my blue angels to call me on the telephone. All these towns, yeah. All these towns, they all seem the same. All these towns, yeah. All these towns, they all know my name. 2, 3. Well, I've been up all night, yeah. Ain't slept for 3 days. I've been up all night, yeah. Ain't slept for 3 days. Police in the devil, never wrong, just say it's alright. Well, all the crazy people you didn't know. All the crazy people you get to know. You gotta wonder, man, why you left home until I
Ain't no denying we got the jet setters blues. Nothing left but crying. We ain't got nothing to lose. Got them jet setters blues. Got them jet setters blues. Don't get no loving except what we can buy. You know living is easy, man. You know getting high. Got them jet setters blues. Got them jet setters blues. Don't have no worries, you know we're going for broke. And none of our problems there, they all go up in smoke. Got them jet setters blues. Got them.
First time ever.
It's a big honor for us to be doing this, and we want to thank Susie Susie Madvark for coming in and replacing Lionel, who is in Austria right now, doing the same thing we're doing. Down the road came a poor little trouble, and it was as lovely, rolling the fake away. Yeah, they was knocked down, loaded, and they was wobbling all over the street. If I had $1 billion, just $1 billion to call my own, well, I would